Good morning, Fish Fam. Hello, how is everybody? Blake, thank you for
Hello.
joining on
G'day,
another
everyone.
wonderful lockdown Sunday. How are you?
Hashtag question mark. Good to see what's going on there. Indeed.
I was going to say Dr. Black won't be joining us today, so I was wearing a shirt in honor of him.
Very
But
good.
he came through with the goods. He's here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
How you
How are
doing,
we?
Black?
Yeah, I'm
Going well.
pretty good, thank you. So far.
God, it always freaks me out with that tank behind me. There's the ATO now works properly, and every now and then it just goes with water. I'm like, what's happening? It's just topping up.
What's going on? What did I miss?
Not a lot. We literally just got started then, so you timed it perfectly.
Very good. I do enjoy a bit of impeccable timing.
I'm going to be very rude this morning and eat some food on camera because I was trying to make some 2-minute noodles before and they take longer than 2 minutes, and now I'll share them all with you.
Oh, that's real convenient, actually, because I wouldn't mind digging into these hotcakes, so thanks for that.
Damn, what have I got?
All right, let's do a bit of a roll call. Blake's Aquatics is here. That's always positive. I've got to come
My
up with a
name
better
is Blake. And I'm I don't know, isn't that how you do that, like, high school roll call thing when you do, like, jump rope or something? Maybe that's just me.
We had
I
a
don't know what
different
we went to.
different high school upbringing, I think.
I think so.
Oh, God. Amy, how are you? Matty D, Rockford Fish Keeping, Scott's Aquatics, Darlene's Tanks, T-Bone, Lefty, Susan, Craig, Shane, Ugly Man. I feel bad calling you Ugly Man because you're not an ugly man.
I'm guessing everyone's been sent over with a intriguing hashtag, yeah, from somewhere.
Oh, that's...
Oh, from Jimbo, was it?
Mushroom fever.
He probably was just like, I don't know what to do. Just do hashtag question mark. Gina, how you going? William Pridemore, Chevy Fish, Grumpy Mike's Fish, Holly Gibbs, Sherry Kramer, Gnarly Fish Tanks, dude. How are you? James, Fish Room, Flavor, Justin Powers, Chattanooga Ed with the sick backdrop today. Those tanks looked awesome. Loving all those plants today. Look really lush and healthy. Rickostan, Atkins Nature Aquariums, Guppy Shack, T-Bone again, just because you've come up twice. Let's say it again. Pat, Dragon Lair, Candy Overhauls. James and Ed were talking about kidnapping you and taking you to Aqua. Bit weird. You should ask them about it. Mr. Fish Sir, Ryan, how you doing? Phenomenal Fish. Bendigo Balaclava. Hello, Father. Holly Gibbs. Chevy Birkinshaw.
Yeah, quite the crew in, isn't it?
I can't get to the bottom. Pozui. Mains, tails, furs, and fins. Oh, I'm keep going to the bottom. Bill Witt, hello. Mr. Fish, sir. I'm
G'day,
done.
Brad.
How is everyone? That's a big crew. Thank you very much for joining us. This is where we try and embarrass ourselves for about an hour, and I'm winning so far.
I know what it is about these morning streams, but I always look like some kind of weird 80s music video effect. Like, I can never get the colors right. I don't know. With the webcam.
Washed out. Maybe is it to do with the green screen, you think?
It's because my tank lights aren't on yet. I think it has to do with that tank light there makes it better.
Ambient lighting is key.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always nighttime in here, even when it's daytime. It's
Yeah.
always dark.
I might try and turn it on. We'll see if that makes a difference. But anywho, I'm going fantastic.
That is good. Is my mic working this time? Because last time we went all the full hour, and then I realized my mic wasn't on.
Yeah. Why don't you just give it?
Hear you.
Yeah, give it one of these ones. So you get around and you can actually see if the microphone's working properly or not. You have to talk at the same time.
I am. I got snacks 13. Good stuff. I'm going to go get my snack. I'll be back in a minute. Blake, tell us about your awesome video on Friday.
Yep. So I did the full fish room tour. It took super long to put together because I wanted to do it all fancy like. And about 4 or 5 days I put into it. It seems to have been well received, but downside to that is I now have 0 videos in the queue for the next fortnight. So we've got a busy couple of days ahead, and so we got a lot of new fish lately, so I thought seems like a good time to do a full tour. So we did.
Nice.
We did it as a premiere too. That was kind of fun. Like I think there was about 20 people on, and we were just watching it real time. And I think like fish room tours, it's good to do as a premiere because you can sort of say, "Oh, what's this? What's that?" And be a bit more interactive.
They can be a bit weird though, can't they? I don't remember who it was the other day did a premiere that I watched, and like I think there was 10 people viewing it, but it was a reasonably large channel.
Yeah,
could have just been a timing thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I try and like the only other premiere I did, can't remember what it was, but it lined up with the conclusion of another one of Fish Room Fever's live streams actually. So that was kind of good that you got sent over to the premiere because you are right. If there's only a handful of people in there, they're kind of a bit of a dud.
But I suppose that sort of makes it like a comfortable little chat amongst a few people instead of a chaotic scene of 1,000 people trying to chat at once.
Yeah, and the video is actually 40 minutes long, so I was totally expecting people to come in and out and do all those things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the video is actually 40 minutes long.
Gee, the video's 80 minutes long at the moment, if you add them together.
What? I don't know what that's called.
Sorry, I'm on another planet at the moment.
Oh, that's right. It was the Aquarium Co-op unboxing. You're right.
No VB long neck this morning, Craig. I've got to go out for a drive this afternoon, so beer for breakfast, not a good idea.
Brekkie beers, jeez. I can't remember the last time I did that.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I can't remember it.
God.
Hence the noodles.
One thing I'm missing is a holiday and get away with friends and family and stuff. Can't wait till that happens soon.
Speaking of that topic, I usually keep a glass bottle with a cork in it down here full of adult apple juice, and I was picking up my cameras. My cameras always sit here. Then I realized I walked to there and realized I didn't have the SD card. So I turned around and walked back, kicked over this, Dad's apple juice, and now my fish room stinks. Absolutely stinks. Like the fumes. We might say a few silly things later on just off the fumes here. There's glass everywhere. It's a disaster.
I love it. I have just looked up. So for those that don't know, my fish room is in the garage. And there was a mozzie in here like 2 or 3 days ago. Now there is about 60 mozzies on the roof.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully they produce some food for the fish, but you can't really spray them, can I?
I've sprayed Mortine in my fish room before, but just very, very light and like away from all the tanks.
That's the problem, is they're just here and there's 3 tanks here without lids.
Yeah, so if it was me and I was wanting to do that, I would like lean my back fully up against the tanks and like spray towards the garage door.
Or like put a towel over your tanks or something.
We'll make a video.
Yeah. turn off the air.
I know I missed what you were saying before, but I wanted to say that video was awesome that you did. The tour, I thought a lot of time and effort was obviously put into it. It looked fantastic. Lots of B-roll for each tank as you're describing what was going on. It was really easy and smooth and really well done.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. What I'll bring up is the timeline from Premiere Pro, and you can see how many edits are in it. I think I showed you that photo, but might be interesting.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So just ignore it for a minute.
And talk a bit of dribble, as that's inevitable. That's what's when we're all together.
We're all losing Aqua, mate.
Yep.
Sorry. In the that you've got any questions, Chuck? I thought that was open.
We've lost you, Josh.
Earth to Joshua.
Josh, you might have to boot yourself out and come back in or something like that, mate.
I think he's hotspotting himself from the phone.
That's all right. I will.
That's good. I'm a little bit jealous of Susan at the moment, eating sharp cheddar cheese and dill pickles. I think that would be a great breakfast right about now.
Nice. I'm a big fan of a pickle myself. Cheese and a pickle.
There's a I don't know if you do the Mercy Valley.
Yes.
Nice
so good. There's one of those with onions in it as well.
Yeah, pickled onions.
Awesome.
Beautiful. There's a couple actually. I think there's one called Plowman's and it's got pickled onions and something else in it.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about there.
Ooh, we shouldn't have started talking about cheese. Thanks, Susan.
There's a fairly big, it might be Gippsland Dairy, and when I was working at the Longford gas plant out in Gippsland, one of the workers out there had some tie into the dairy, and he used to bring in like shopping bags full of cheese and just give them around. Like they weren't packaged or anything; they were seconds, so you just get them wrapped in Glad wrap and stuff. But amazing, and you get all sorts of like cranberry and walnut brie and all that, and yeah, so good.
See you soon, Brad. Thanks for hanging out, mate. If he's still there. And I'm going to the movies this afternoon. This brand new awesome movie has just come out called The Empire Strikes Back.
Nice. Well, it has been super dry at the moment with new movies. I keep looking for, they're looking for movies to watch, and there's just nothing out at the moment.
Tenet's out, but I think the main big thing is that all the big fancy movies that are due to come out, they don't want to put them out while they can't fill cinemas up with people.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say that they've tried that like that service where you pay to get it early or whatever. But we had a look at one of the movies the other day. Can't remember what it was, but I think it was the live action Mulan, and it was like $35 or something like that to get it on demand.
To watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's the timeline from that full fish room tour. Look at all that. So each one of those cuts is a new clip, pretty much.
Far out.
Up and down.
That would have taken you 7 hours to make a 40-minute video.
The hardest thing about it was actually when things were out of order. Like I filmed sequences of 4 or 5 videos, 4 or 5 tanks in a row, but then it was too hard to shuffle everything around. So I was like, I'll just redo it, and then it'll be in the right order.
Nice.
Good fun though.
Yeah, I agree with Ugly Man. The new Dune movie looks good as well. Supposed to be very true to the original books and stuff.
Oh, okay. So whilst I've been finding that picture, I've ignored some chat here. What have we got? Pure Fish Zone. Speaking of lights, what would you guys think would be a good on-off schedule for tank lighting? I use 16 hours with strip LEDs and things are fine. So I guess it depends on the intensity. If you've got a higher intensity, lower photo period, or if you've got, cheaper, less intense lights, then longer period. So that's probably why your 16-hour works. But if I tried to get, one of these lights on for 16 hours, it would be green water the next day. So I usually stick with 8 hours personally.
Yeah, I try and max out at 8.
Yeah.
Especially considering some of my tanks get sunlight as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing, Bendigo, Balaclava, the old S&N masks are still awaiting. Well, I'm sure they'd be a bit cheaper if we bought them today. Am I right? Shocker yesterday. But that's all right. We're used to that.
Could have walked it over instead, Cooker.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we will be able to do that from this week. It looks like things are, touch wood, traveling pretty good. So we should have some easing hopefully this week.
Fingers crossed. That would be good for everyone. G'day, Pugamus. And yeah, possibly Clarence, I might have scared him off. Third time might be a charm.
Still hiding under the bed. Yeah, I was fairly disinterested after the second quarter. Actually, I came out here to the fish room to try and make a video, but I was just too depressed and I just decided to de-algify some tanks and catch out some shrimp and stuff instead.
It's good to have a plan B sometimes.
Yeah, I was sitting there with the camera and I was like, I don't even have the energy to seem enthusiastic right now.
Can't even fake it. How are you, Sombra? T-Bone, Rockford, Candy, GT? Sorry, I was just rattling off whatever names were on the screen. Don't feel left out. Dragonlair saying that YouTube problem we are all having with buffering on mobile devices, especially Androids.
Oh.
No buffering on laptop, but can't watch a live stream on my phone. How interesting. Wonder what they're up to.
Yeah, who knows?
Actually, isn't there I think there was a update for the Android operating system in the last week or something. Maybe there's a bit of a glitch with the most recent update.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything outside of the ordinary, which is generally pretty ordinary. So
I like mine. Does the job. I do. I'd always find it funny when people use the argument about I don't like Apple because they've got all my information. They're recording everything I do. But I think they all do that, no matter what you've got.
yeah, I hope you don't have Facebook because wasn't Zuckerberg selling it off?
Is he?
I believe so. Don't kill me, Zuckerberg. You wait, there'll be a knock on the door soon.
Yeah, I suppose it's been great for him, but it's also probably delivered him some very negative emotions, the amount of shit he's been getting the last few years.
Yeah. He's just gone off the internet entirely, except when he pops up as a meme. I don't know if you saw the one of him on a jet board, what are those things called? Hydrofoils, where they come up out of the water and they're like a surfboard. Yeah. And he had a full face of zinc. He was doing white face, and he popped up as a meme.
What was the original context of the hydrofoil or hovercraft, whatever you want to call it, and the white face?
I think he was just trying to show off his weekend, but people were like, "Oh, that is very weird. I'll find it."
How odd.
So
I guess when you end up with that much money in the bank, you don't stay normal for long, do you?
That's it.
Especially when half the world's picking on you.
I've got it here. Maybe it wasn't a hydrofoil. Maybe it was just being towed behind a boat on a surfboard. Image. Here's
Susan for SLC out of here. We'll see you soon, Susan. Thanks for popping by.
We need it a bit bigger than that, please. There's old Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Wow.
That's quite the look.
Now, is he like severely endowed in the buttocks region, or is that potentially just wind blowing up his pants?
That was the second part of the meme. Yeah, he's a thick boy, old Marky.
Crikey.
2 C's.
That's a big butt for a little man. Maybe he had those silicones put in.
Well, look, I like it, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
That took a little second to sink in, but yeah, good. I'll pay that.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bit of a mission, mate.
Oh, seriously. I've tried 2 different internet connections and everything is just stuffing up. So I apologize, everybody, but it means you don't have to see my face for the rest of the stream. It's good. Just look at those 2 Coke bottles back there.
I want to know why they're not in the tank as part of the aquascape. They could really set that tank off.
It's a good idea.
Bit of CO2 added in as well.
Like Prawny's Vegemite-scape.
Yeah.
Maybe he can take the idea and run with it and rebrand his videos. And yeah, lay off, Rockford. You know, I'm man enough to say that I can appreciate a pair of buttocks on a man as much as on a woman. Oh, it's 2020, mate. 1970 called. They want their attitude back, mate.
Were you talking about Zuckerberg?
Yeah, we were.
So I'll get demonetized too. No, I had a chat with Joel yesterday. Orvis Oskin, and yeah, the video got flagged or demonetized. I have no idea why. I can only think because I said the C word, as in the pandemic C word.
Not the 4-letter.
Oh, really? I don't know. I'm just looking through it all, and I'm like, that's the only thing that I could think maybe. But yeah,
they don't specify in their message when they tell you it's being demonetized why, or do they just say not community guideline appropriate or some nonsense like that?
Yeah, you should know why. What section of it?
No, it didn't say anything, but I did ask them to review it, so I'll see what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd like to know.
Well, I was talking with Father Fish, and every single one of his live streams gets that, and he has to review them every single day.
Why do you reckon that is?
Well, I don't know. He wasn't sure either, and then he's just like, oh, I just hit review, and then a few hours later, it's back on monetized. But the trouble is, it's a live stream that nobody's going to go back and watch, really, so it's pointless. You've lost all the revenue.
Yeah, I suppose. Because it's funny with the Acclimate experience things. That usually I get like 100 views while it's going, but they get views for the next week or two. Like this probably, it's a moment. Like it's fun hanging out with everyone. Whereas that one, I suppose, is more of an interview. I don't know.
Candy's suggesting that the topics discussed could have been the reason, but I suppose I wasn't there for the first half an hour, but I was there for the rest of it. I didn't think we discussed anything excessive or heavily policed.
Maybe they just got too nervous with all the Latin.
Yeah, that we were spies trying to put through an alternate message.
Yeah, that's right. We were, well, Corvus was saying, teaching people how to go onto Google and pronounce words, get Google to pronounce words in any language for you.
Pronounce words. Get Google to pronounce words in any language for you.
Apparently my phone was listening.
Oh, my Google Home was doing that last night. Like every 5 minutes, it would be talking out in the lounge room, and I couldn't even figure out what it was. So in the end, I just turned the volume right down on it. But weird stuff. Ghosts must have been activating it. And yeah, Nathan, I'm not surprised your stream got demonetized. You were literally listening to like Cole Chisel and that the entire time.
I love it. But yeah, well, I don't know what's going on with the internet too. Like we've been streaming this time slot for like pretty much a year now, and yeah, today and yesterday I've had so many issues with the internet, and then this time it wouldn't actually wouldn't let my phone hotspot, and that was the only reason I got through yesterday. I'm just trying to see if it's changed status quo. Now it's monetized, so it's fixed.
Oh, good.
It's annoying that it didn't tell me why.
Probably all the Latin. I'm betting it was.
Maybe they do it a blanket approach. I think it was Pam who just mentioned, hello Pam, by the way, that she thinks it's to avoid paying. So maybe if they do this blanket thing where they demonetize a bunch of videos, maybe some people just don't challenge it or review it, and then they get out of paying money for videos.
So it's that, or is it Ixnay on that Attenlay? Okay.
I like it. That was Igpay Attenlay. Except I never got Ixnay, like Nix. Is Nix even a word? Like, why isn't it Opstay?
Nix is like to veto something if you nix it. And
why wouldn't you say Itove? Am I right?
Yeah, probably comes down to slightly different definitions in Latin. They're both Latin words.
Nah.
There we go. If we'll know now, if it goes yellow, it's definitely the Latin. I'm trying to let it load to say, yes, you might be right, Pam. They might have saved themselves 7 cents by doing that for me. It's not loading.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense why they would let like a PewDiePie stream go with like $50,000 versus your 30-cent stream.
all of those 7-cent coins add up.
7-cent coin. Candy, thank you. I like this tank too. And what I've noticed in the last couple of weeks is I had a lot of melt off because it was the dry skate, dry start skate, and can't get this right. All the plants are now coming through a lot greener, and the melted plants have sort of reinvigorated themselves, and it's starting to look better and better. But I am regretting putting the moss on the rocks. I thought it'd give it a really cool natural look, but the moss is now like that long in certain sections, so it kind of looks a bit stupid. So I'm actually thinking I'll scrape a lot of the moss off and just keep it with the Monte Carlo.
So you probably know this, but I'll say it anyway, just in case people are wondering. The whole thing about dry start methods is not like to get that coverage, because it will always melt back. It's to get the roots underneath so that when it does melt back, it will regrow in all of the areas, not just in one.
Yes. And what's really cool, which I didn't think at the time, and it's starting to, I can see it on the computer and it's really blurry. So sorry if you can't see what I'm looking at, but just over here, see, there's still the dirt there and a little bit over there, obviously because it's under the rock. It hasn't got the direct sunlight. But it is starting to just creep through there. So it actually will cover those areas, and it will look like a complete carpet, just by using, maybe the growth from here is just spreading that way instead. So it's starting to get there. It's starting to look good. And those the Ember Tetras are awesome. So thank you to everyone that suggested Ember Tetras when I put this video out. A whole bunch of people were like, get Ember Tetras. So never had them before. I got them, and only like 2 of them were sort of that ember red color. And now all of them have colored up really well. And haven't had any deaths or anything like that. They all look good. I don't know if they'll breed in here, but yeah, it would be cool. But I've never really bred tetras, so.
Can you is your camera movable at the moment, or are you scared to do? I was going to say, if you could go right in close on your carpet so we can get some detail on that Monte Carlo.
Like that, or?
No, like from ground level.
Or enlarging your screen, perhaps, if you can. There you go.
Is it blurry, though?
A bit at the front.
Maybe like that.
Yeah, just Sombra was asking about what you were using for the carpet. I was hoping we could get some nice definition on the leaves to show him what Monte Carlo looked like up close.
Choice is, bro.
Jesse, HC Aqua, how are you?
So, Sombra, there's a video that I did about the dry start on this. So there's a couple videos in this tank, but this is what I got these. So that's just the Pisces micranthemum Tweedy Eye, or the Monte Carlo. And I'll open that up. I've got another tank that I'm doing a similar thing to. I better plant this soon. Actually, it's not looking as good as it was a few weeks ago. But yeah, this is a tissue culture. So you just wash off all the gel that's in there. And then on here, basically I just broke it up into little bits, just planted tiny little bits, and it's just, it's about 6 months old. It's taken a long time to get this way, but I didn't put water in the tank, hence the dry start method, for 3 or 4 months. So I grew it all without water in the tank, and then flooded it. And that's why I was just saying that all the plants that melted off, it's all come back, because it sort of went brown. And I was like, oh, this looks horrible, all that time and effort. And now it's starting to just get greener and greener and stronger every week, I reckon.
Yeah, it looks choice.
Yes, really happy with it. And it's really, really, really simple. Like, it's just, I think, highly recommend someone who wants to do something like this, do the dry start method, just be patient. And, you too could have a tank that looks like that. No, it's a pretty simple thing. It's just takes a lot of time. That's all.
Yeah, Candy's chucked a link up in the chat for the dry start method.
Thank you, Candy.
Josh's video on doing it that way.
Hey Jesse, how you doing? Hugamus, how are we all?
By the way, those Ember Tetras are fairly easy to breed. You can chuck those in a breeding box and make some more.
They're egg scatterers, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what? I might try your method then.
Yeah.
With that, because I have taken the breeding box off this other tank. I'll show you guys this other tank, because I did the video about this tank this week. So I'll show you this one in case you haven't seen the video. But
yeah, I was going to do the same when I got them in the mystery box, but you can beat me to it.
All right, done. Your idea, and I'll do it. This is the other tank that I sort of finished a little scape on.
Yeah, I love that sand path.
Yeah, so this one is just got the CPDs, which I tried your method a couple times, Blake, to try and breed them, but maybe I'm just really bad at catching them, and I freak them out. And then, yeah, I want to try and do that again, but I'd love to try and breed them. I had some cool breeding action with the video I put out this week. When I flooded the tank again, all of a sudden, two of the CPDs looked like they were in love with each other. And then we've got the green jade shrimp in there as well. But I had to catch all of the black cherry shrimp that you gave me.
Yeah.
I had to catch them all and get them out of here with the Harlequin rasboras. Quickly show you that. And move them into here. They're all doing really well. And there's maybe 50, 70, 923 black cherry shrimp in there or something. So they're doing well. But yeah, I'd love the rasboras to breed, but just can't get that going. Oh, and I did this tank. Another video on this tank came out this week as well. Getting a little bit of a tour here, aren't we? The big thing with this was the big fake rock background, which I reckon looks awesome. My wife reckons it looks horrible. So does my son. And we've got the pothos growing out the back, and it looks really cool having some of the pothos roots come over the rock. I'm tipping over time it will actually stick to the rock and just looks more natural.
I don't know if I told you this, but if you go up to the top where the bracing is, I had a bit of devil's ivy or pothos. The roots grew through the joint in the two braces, like where those two
there.
Yeah. Whoa.
Is that me?
No, that's me.
Could have hit. Yeah, it grew through the two pieces of bracing, so I had to just break it and pull it out because I was worried about it separating the two bits of silicon.
It's Dr. Black. It's pretty noisy, isn't it?
Yeah, he could have muted before he left.
Yeah. What is it? A smoke alarm?
Probably.
Oh, I can probably mute him, can't I?
He's already fixed it now. T-Bone, yeah, I use Liverpool Creek fertilizer, which is I think the best we can get in Australia. Aquarium Co-op if you're in the States, no doubt. Easy green, easy iron.
This is my hair algae farm. Really good and pretty. Love those stuff. Hey, look at this. This is an exclusive. So I've got a video coming out shortly. So my neighbour and I made this lid to fit this tank perfectly. I've actually got it upside down, so I'm getting it bows. So I think we need to make it thicker. But going with a method, it's hard to tell because of all the bubbles, but there's holes all through here for the evaporation.
Yeah.
And then a little hole for the feeding. And then it's just got a lip. It's upside down because, as I said, I'm bowing. I'm trying to fix the bowing. But yeah, it's just a little lip, so it fits perfectly. Don't know if it's going to let enough evaporation through. It's definitely letting enough through because the ACO is going off all the time. So, yeah, really happy with that.
Yeah, cool. G'day grade.
Oh. I don't use plant fertilizer. I've got lots of it, and I should use it. But Blake's got a lot of plants. You use lots. You use fertilizers, don't you?
Yeah, I use a fair bit. Like every 3 days or so, I give a bit of fert.
You just do liquids or mix it up depending on the plants?
I'll show you.
Yeah, sorry about the beeping, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke detector went off. Although it's a steam detector, apparently, because it only goes off for steam. No, they're not supposed to. Quality products. Well, we've scared everyone off.
No, I'm here. I was just reading comments to see if there's any questions while I was walking around that I'd missed.
Now,
But there wasn't.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't just put my headphones in and talk immediately, should I?
No, you're good.
I'll turn off my green screen, or you won't be able to see anything. So just because it's cheaper, I just buy it like in a dry. Oh, that's glary. Just buy it in a dry packet like this.
Yeah.
And this packet makes a liter, I think. Yeah, a liter, which is a quarter of a gallon. And yeah, you just mix it with RO water or rainwater, and then I just put it in the. Like I bought 1 or 2 of these actual bottles. These are 500 ml. That's the liquid form you can buy. But I just have 2 of them, so I just make up a liter, put it in 2 of these, and saves money.
Nice.
And the pump head's good too, because I think, well, same with the selling point of the Easy line of products is, I think 1 pump is 2 mil or something. So 2 mils is. Yeah, 2 mils is the recommended dosage per 100 liters 3 times a week. So, like for this 4 foot behind me, 2 pumps 3 times a week.
Hang on, no. So 2 mil in 1 pump per 100 liters.
Yeah.
Go on, Americans, work that one out, hey? And Rick Stan, yeah, that is a Universal Rock background. We had to cut it down, and yeah, make it fit because it was too big for the tank anyway. But I think with a lot of those, you sort of got to build the tank around them a bit anyway. So we sort of pulled the tank apart, and yeah, that video came out on Wednesday night. Yeah, so that was the Universal background, and this is a book called Who Sank the Boat by Pamela Allen.
It was, I know that book. It wasn't the donkey. It wasn't the cow. It wasn't the sheep. It wasn't the turkey or something, but it was the mouse. I bet you.
Do you want me to read it to you all? No.
You'll get demonetized.
You'll have to have your Play School voice on if you do. And then we can have a look through the square window.
Hey, Blake, I just sent you a picture.
Oh, geez. Should I be nervous?
Nah, it's quite tame.
Not one of those ones. Okay. Oh, ID. What's this stuff?
Sombra, I've sent Blake your picture so he can ID this plant. I don't think I'm familiar.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Apart from the what looks like rotundifolia maybe poking through it, but I like it, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff through this. Like there's the hydrocotyle at the front. There's a random piece of, don't know what that is, a crypt or something.
It reminds me of guppy grass in its structure, but it looks so much tinier and tighter.
Yeah, I would say whatever it is, it probably needs more light or something. It doesn't. I don't know. It looks nice, but it looks like it's sort of hanging on. If that makes sense. Might be like a type of star grass. I'm not really sure.
No worries.
Thrilling for all the other people who are like, oh, we don't know what you can't see
actually look.
Hey, I've got a question for everybody.
70.
70. That's how much you reckon Essendon will lose by next week?
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me at this point.
It looks like a hair grass or something, doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I was thinking Ricky at first, but then I got a closer look at it.
I'm redoing this tank today, and doing a review on that for Tuesday. But I cleaned out this tank yesterday. It is unbelievable how much stuff comes off the wood. And I was like, is it the fish? What is it? But how normal is it and why does it happen and when will it stop?
Does anybody know to have this much stuff just come off this big bit of wood?
You can take it out and just hit it with the pressure washer. That'll help.
I did scrub it down, but you reckon it'll stop eventually if you do that, do you?
Well, I know it depends on the type of wood. Like manzanita sheds a heap all the time. So that's bogwood, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't had a heap of issues with bogwood, but yeah, I don't know.
Generally, once you get through all the outer layers, it stops dropping all that filthy black stuff off it.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we'll see. Have a look at that tank at the top. It actually looks better on camera. It's like grey with just tannins, and I haven't even touched it or anything. That's just how it looks.
That's very similar to this other tank. So I've got 3 filters running on it at the moment.
Thanks for
Maybe you
hanging
could
out.
put some,
So, yeah.
could put some Purigen in there or carbon, any chemical media.
Yeah.
That will soak up the tannins.
I like
For me,
I like the tannins. It's just it's just how dirty the shrimp and the fish are loving it in there, so it's not a big issue, but yeah.
For me, I don't mind it because since I just filled that up, it's good not to let the light go through because then I don't have as many algae problems. So I'm just kind of like leaving it like that until the aqua soil leaches all the nutrients out, and then touch wood, should have less algae. Jeez, you're a talkative bunch, aren't you?
You sure are. G'day, anonymous aquarium lover. How are you? I like red plants. How are you? I like I
was just moving a camera.
It leaves nothing to the imagination.
Well, actually, that's an interesting point, Aqua, mate. Now that we can't see you, we don't know when you ask a question and then just walk out of the room. You are a fan of that.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream and go.
Go to the pub.
Patty, I love the Coke bottle filters. Very creative. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to walk out of the room.
I was actually wondering if you'd considered, one of those just like paper backgrounds on it or some black card behind it, or do you like the vision straight through it? Because something dark on the back, I would imagine, would make all of the rocks and green stuff pop, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I put opaque ones on a lot of my aquascapes that I do.
So what's coming up? Are you streaming on Wednesday, Blackie?
Yes, I believe I will be.
Awesome. Joel said that he was hoping to join you again one day soon.
Yeah, me and Joel, we discuss lots of stuff on the regular basis, so I always let him know when I'm streaming, and if he's got the time to pop in, he's a very generous man with his time.
He is. I had a lot of fun chatting with him yesterday. It was good.
Yeah, he's good to talk to.
And what do we have to look forward to on Blake's Aquatics this week?
Yes. I'll be doing a stream tomorrow morning, being Monday.
Yes.
Back on the Monday morning bandwagon.
Good.
Stream on Thursday as well. Videos on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. What videos have I got for you? Got Shell Dweller related video. Then I don't really have any idea what other ones I got. So whatever I filmed today. But
Shell Dweller. You go.
I was just going to say I was open to suggestions if anyone wants to suggest the topic for tomorrow morning's ranking game. I'm happy to accommodate. And also been hanging out on my Discord server, which is pretty good. Are you in there yet, Josh?
No.
You're missing out. It's all happening, I tell you. It's the place to be.
It's just too much Blake's Aquatics. Can't handle it.
Fair enough. Even
No,
I get like that.
I actually don't really know what I'm doing on a Discord server, and I'm on Prawnies, and I just get messages every now and then from Prawny, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I ended up
Getting
ditching Discord.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's at 8 a.m. Oh, for you, Nath, it'll be 7:30, I think.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah. Best,
The best
stickers.
That'd be a good one.
What about this one?
That looks really familiar. What is that? That's a Ludwigia, but it needs more light to turn red. Ludwigia species red, I think it's called, or super red, but it's just green because there's low light.
Right. There you go. Apparently,
Bit of iron would help as well if you want to put some iron in there. The leaf shape is definitely a Ludwigia though.
right.
Speaking of best stickers to have, I've got another show and tell before we finish.
What's he doing? An Aquaman impersonation. Oh. Yeah, shell dwellers are a bucket list fish for me. I really want to try them one day and get a little colony going. That would be awesome. What is going on? We're all waiting.
I just stepped on 2 pieces of glass then.
Oh, it smells like adult apple juice.
Ow. Probably should be wearing shoes, to be honest, but anyway. Can you see my wall of fame yet? The light is too glary.
What's that in the middle?
So I've got like a black silhouettes of the world. They're just in there at the moment while they're flattening out.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to put all of those square stickers as the background. We'll put the world, and then I'll put specific stickers on top. It's like yours and the pile of skulls and stuff that I have from your side of the world, Blackie as well, and anyone else who sends me the specific ones will go on the top. Yeah,
that's awesome. I like it.
Hopefully, a little art project anyway. So that was another thing I was doing yesterday.
That's a really good idea. Have you seen Glass Fish Tanks videos where he's got all the channels invading each other around the world?
Yeah.
That's so funny. He rejigged it. Pugamus is like, it's a flat earth, yeah?
Yeah. It's not a sticky globe, unfortunately.
Shame. What Reef Girl is Reef? When does Reef Girl go on at 11 o'clock? Does she? I don't know Reef Girl's channel, but I think I've got her on Instagram.
Back to Nathan asked me a question a while back about a crocodile. I didn't see that one, Nath. Find us a link to it and chuck it in the chat. I mean, the thingy chat, facey chat.
Came up alongside the boat.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. That was crazy. Saw it on Facebook. How fast is it going?
Just a scaly dolphin, that's all.
Yeah.
With bigger teeth. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit further up than me though, Nath.
Yeah, it was in maybe it was in the Kimberleys, but maybe I'm also confusing. There was a humpback whale in the Kimberleys.
Wow. In the river.
Yeah, there was 3. 2 of them got back out. 1 of them was hanging around. Yeah.
That's wild. Crazy.
That'd be a big meal for a salt.
Jose, no problems. I'm glad your better is doing well, and glad that you like it. What was I going to say before? Ugly Man, at least we only go every 2 weeks, so you can watch Reef Girl in the other weeks. In 2 weeks' time, not doing an Aquamate and Friends, but I will be streaming with Ryan from Korean Pet Central. Like to do an Aquamate experience with him and get another insight from the industry over here, which I think will be really interesting to learn that story and what's going on in the Aussie industry. And he's embarking on a YouTube journey as well, so he's got a couple of videos out. So yeah, it'll be fun to have a chat and learn another story. I'm loving the Aquamate experience. Everyone is so unique and different, and all their perspectives and where they've started the hobby and why they do what they do is fascinating. It's not really like a technical how to keep fish sort of chat, because they're each person that we talk to and interview, they have plenty of that sort of content already out there on the interwebs. So it's more of a meet the person behind that. So I'm looking forward to that.
C23 brings up a good point, Nathan. Shouldn't you be getting your ankle scanned right about now?
And great, I don't know what's going on, but I'll send another one out if it doesn't get there soon. I know I need to send one that I forgot to send anyway, but it wasn't yours.
I don't know how interesting it is. It'll be good. Don't worry about it. The mail here is a disgrace.
Hasn't it been?
Yeah.
It is just so bad. I got my wife a present from the town next to us, which is like 10 minutes away, and it took 3 weeks to come. I got an email saying we're sending your package, and then like 3 weeks later it finally turned up. I know I think I've got some fish that were meant to arrive, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a bit of a disaster, that package. And yeah, I got another message the other day because my gimbal broke and I sent it back. So they fixed it. And it was about 3 weeks ago they sent it. Still haven't seen it. And that town that had the gimbal was Dandenong. So it was like 40 minutes away from here. And it's so far taken 3 weeks. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Even worse than that. I'm on the Nescafe Blend 43 at the moment because I ordered coffee pods 2 weeks ago and they still haven't turned up. And I know before some people get into me about the environment and coffee pods, they are biodegradable coffee pods, so don't worry. All right?
Did you hear the how Australia Post was asking its employees to donate a bit of their time to get parcels delivered? Like
absolutely disgusting.
Able to drop them off on the way home and stuff like that.
We're forecasting an unemployment rate of like 10%. Like, people just do the math? If there's that much work and there's that much business, that means there's more jobs. So why the hell? It's just no excuse. Like, I get it. Everyone's relying on posts at the moment, but there's lots of people that need work too. So, wow, I'm getting really annoyed about Australian Post.
Like, surely they could just do some temporary contracts. I don't like necessarily have to employ everyone full time, but crikey.
Candy, you're a legend. Thank you very much for all the posts, all the links for everybody and everything. I appreciate it a lot. And all too often, just sit back and just keep reading the chat, but don't acknowledge that you're posting the links enough. So thank you very much. You guys got anything you want to share with us before we call it?
No, good. Thanks everyone for hanging out again, and yeah.
I'll share with Nathan my enjoyment of the old Robert Tim's coffee. Just as cheap as the Blend 43, but in my opinion, a little bit tastier. $15 for a big tin from the Woolworths. Bargain.
I haven't been into a supermarket in 2 months, maybe.
I was in one yesterday, believe it or not.
I need to go and get some stuff for a CO2 generator from the supermarket, so I'll do that soon. I'll have a review on a really cool light and a refurbished tank coming up during the week. And I might even be appearing on the Australian version of Shark Tank, but they don't know that, at some stage in the next week or two as well, with a brilliant idea, which I've already shown you guys. So it'll be more for comical relief rather than going, yeah, Josh has already shown me that. So got a little bit working on at the moment. And yeah, also having a chat with Ryan in 2 weeks' time at 11 o'clock, this slot directly after Fish Room Fever's Saturday Night Fever. So thank you everyone for joining us. As always, thank you, Blake and Dr. Black, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
I don't even know what I'm looking at my phone, but I can't control anything on my phone, can I? I have to go somewhere else. We might be on for another minute or two because my computer's crashed and we're still somehow streaming.
Great. That'd be a win anyway if you did. We're going for draft picks now, mate. Season's over. Who would want to win the COVID Cup anyway? Am I right?
Oh, jeez. I see. We're still in it, but I don't think we'll win it. Thank you, everybody. Have an awesome weekend and stay safe and do all that sort of stuff. And thank you very much for joining us and sticking around through all the technical difficulties.